Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Very excited. I know I say that often, right? But today I absolutely am. It is the month of Mezcal, and we are halfway. If you follow the channel, you know we've been reviewing the brand Pluma Negra. Yes, the black pen brand. You can see that black quill in the back, right? And today, the star of the show, right? The star of the show is right here. That Tobalá, right? Yes, Tobalá. That little accent on the A makes it go up. So it's not Tobalá, right? It's Tobalá, right? Cool, excellent, great. Pluma Negra, the black pen, 48% today on this Agave Maguey Tobalá. I am super excited for this. If you do follow the channel, again, thank you so much. Truly appreciate you. And you'll know that I have been reviewing this brand the past couple weeks, and we still got one more bottle to go, right? So we started with this 48% silver label Espadín, and I'm making it a point to say 40% Espadín because the second video was a 48% high proof Espadín. This is the black label Espadín, right? Put that to the side as well. The last star of the show is going to be Agave Tepeztate. Maguey Tepeztate right there. And why did I choose one over the other first, right? Like, why am I doing the Tobalá and first over the Tepeztate? Well, I'm about to give that to you, break it down. It has to do with age. Yes. The age that it takes these agaves to grow, it's some of them start getting really, really old, like Agave Tepeztate. Yes, Agave Tepeztate takes about 25 to 35 years to grow. Yes, I believe they have that on here. I know they got a lot of information. No, they didn't put the age of it. So I'm letting you know, right? Agave Tepeztate, it is a wild maguey. It only grows wild. They're not cultivating it. And it takes about 25 to 35 years just for the plant to grow. Kind of wild. Whereas a Tobalá, it actually takes about about 8 to 12 years. So let me get that in shot. There we go. Tobalá takes about 8 to 12 years to grow. This takes about 25 to 35 years to grow, so we're just going in order, right? Regular old Espadín, kind of like Blue Agave, takes about 7 years to mature. It's ready for production. But again, 8 to 12 years and 25 to 35. So we're going to give this old man his respect, this old timer, right? We're going to save this for the very end, put that to the side. I got my Espadíns to the side. And again, right here, the Tobalá is going to be the star of the show. However, 4 bottles with a special surprise, Guerra Seca Sotol. Yes, we're ending the month of Mezcal with Mezcal's cousin, the Desert Spoon. Super cool, really excited for this 48% Sotol. Yes. So again, stay tuned for that. Hit that like and subscribe to be notified as well when that releases. So this Tobalá, 8 to 12 years. Again, if you have been following the channel, you're familiar with the brand itself, Pluma Negra. This is an artisanal made mezcal, right? This is clocking in at 48%. So the same proof of that high proof Espadín. And that's why some of these wild magueys I really love, because they're actually more than often, right? Over 40%. I love high proof spirits, especially my agaves, right? So we got this Tobalá. It is an artesanal. So you got the 3 categories: mezcal, really industrial, right? Artesanal, then ancestral. So artesanal, using some traditional methods. They are Tahona crushing this. Got that donkey pulling it, right? Copper distillations. And it's roasted in underground pits. I believe they're using mesquite wood, right? I think so. Let me double check that real quick as I put this bottle down. But man, this, I'm super excited. So far, everything that I've tried, both espadines are excellent, excellent, excellent. So I'm expecting the Tobalá as well, right? So back to that maguey itself. Again, about 8 to 12 years for it to physically grow, and it grows wild just like the Tepeztate. So this Tobalá, it is a wild agave. You're not cultivating it. It's growing in really high altitudes, around 5,000 feet. Google it, check it out, see what it looks like. Kind of wild looking maguey. I love it personally. Tobalá and Tepeztate are some of my favorite mezcals for sure. And like I said, they're using artisanal methods, cooking it underground, that donkey using the tahona to pull the tahona to grind it, and wild yeast fermentation as well, and double distillation in the copper pots. Man, this is going to be a treat for sure. So let's open it up. Oh man, same as the other ones. It has this black heat treated kind of neck seal in it. That came off pretty easy. Let your bottles pop. Oh, that's tough. Jeez. Oh, come on. There we go. And that's filled up. Oh, let me, I think I could get that on camera to really show you. That is really filled all the way to the brim. Man, shout out Pluma Negra. Filling these for real. Let your bottle pop again. There we go. Just this black like rubber cork. And man, again, just really excited for this. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. And if you have been here for every review of the two espadines, seriously, hats off to you. I truly appreciate you. And like I said, man, hit that like and subscribe. Doesn't take you anything, but it means a lot to me for sure. So taking a look at the legs and tiers on this. Let me get that in shot. You can see it right there with that black, right here. That is sticky. Oh man, that's like glue. Wow. Look at that. Oh, this is exciting. Tobalá, we've reviewed some Tobalás across the channel. Really love the flavor of this maguey. If you've never tried a Tobalá, please do. Again, if mezcal's not your thing, you know, a lot of people are into tequila, but they don't do mezcal. Mezcal is absolutely incredible because they use so many different types of maguey, agaves, to make spirits. And you're getting just such crazy flavors, not only because of the plant itself, but because they're wild. Where were they grown? What stresses did they go through, right? The different yeast, they're using a wild yeast. Like, there's just so many factors, and they're so unique. And it's just amazing, right? It's also why they're pretty expensive too, because they're using such a wild, rare, not common source to make the liquid in there, right? So Tepeztate even more, 25 to 35 years. So that's why you got to understand a lot of mezcal is going to be pretty pricey, especially some of those, you know, wild magueys, just because of those facts, right? So just kind of talking a little bit, giving you a little bit of background, also trying to stall to open this up. Whenever you're drinking a mezcal, especially as you start getting up in age, I love to give the plant that respect, right? It gave its life to be in this bottle, and it gave its life to be in this cup. I want to give it that respect to just kind of open up, not diving right on in, shooting it. Absolutely not, right? I definitely want to give it a chance to breathe and express itself. That's why even the Tepeztate, something like that, let that sit for a good 5 minutes, right? On that review, I'll cut off the video and just come back to it, really let it open up. And man, you're in for a treat for sure. So taking a sniff of this Tobalá. Oh, yeah. Now, if you're used to drinking tequila and you know what a really good, high-quality traditional tequila smells like, right? Like blue agave, roast agave, fresh agave, right? Once you start drinking mezcals, you're going to start to notice, you know, espadín smells like espadín, Tobalá smells like Tobalá, Quiche smells like Quiche, right? And they all taste like that as well. Whereas, this Tobalá, Oh, it's just so fresh. I love it's a balance of fresh and earthiness altogether. It's definitely floral. It's a floral maguey for sure. But even on here, it's kind of fruity. This is definitely a fruity one. Lime, mango. Oh, for sure. Oh. Now it is a slight. I don't want to say it's like overpowering ethanol, but you're getting a little bit of that 48% on there for sure. But man, it's so floral. It's so fruity. Pineapple even, and kind of earthy, like I was saying, like nutty, some nuts, a little tobacco. Oh man, oh, I could just sit and smell this all day. But yeah, what is that? Like it's a little deeper too. Plum, nuts, little nuts, some earthiness to it, but it's really just a dominated smell of a floral for sure. It's floral and fruity. Oh man, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. And for a mezcal, you're not getting a lot of smoke on this. This is not a very smoky mezcal at all. There's hints, tiny hints, brushes of mesquite in the back. But man, overall, just a real floral nose for me for sure, with some hints of like tropical fruit, that pineapple, mango, absolutely some plum in it, a little more, a little earthy and kind of nutty for sure. That's interesting. All right, let's take a sip. Cheers, salute, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Mm. Hmm. Oh, there's that floral. As soon as I breathed out, and that's what I always use, my Rido glasses to do a tasting, especially even with mezcal, right? It really allows the spirit to open up, concentrates those flavors. I'm sorry, those aromas into your nose. And anytime I take a sip of anything, you might hear me off camera, like I kind of inhale, I take a sip, swirl it around, swallow, and then exhale. I'm allowing myself to really process those notes, and I highly recommend you do that. And I bring all that up because as soon as I breathe it out and kind of smacked my tongue, smacked my lips, that's when I was really hit with that fruity and floral notes. Let me take another sip. Mm, mm. Oh yeah. So like that kind of the nutty tobacco kind of taste, a little bit more of that earthiness as soon as it hits my tongue, right? As soon as it hit my tongue, and then I swallowed and breathed out, that's then when I get hit with that floral, with that fruit. That's, man, yeah, hold on. It's even kind of, I think it's not even more of like a earth, like it's more like herbal. Mm, mm, mm-hmm. Yeah. I was saying earthiness at first, but it's really more of a herbal kind of flavor. Like I don't want to say tea, but more like a medicinal herbal. Oh, what it? No, no, it's not clove. Oh my gosh, what is that? It's not anise. It's like a tiny little black, like jacks, like dice and jacks, right? Jack in the box, whatever. Oh man, what is that? That's so interesting. It's herbal. It's definitely herbal for sure. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that. I like that. as I'm kind of processing it and talking, for sure, as soon as it hit the lips, it's that, kind of nutty tobacco kind of flavor, right? A little bit of that earthiness. As I breathed out, it was more of that floral, fruity kind of flavor. Not sweet at all. Not sweet at all. Just hints of what like a mango might taste like a pineapple, right? Mixed with floral kind of notes. But man, as I kept talking, it's more of like a herbal. I'm gonna take another sip of this. Cheers. It's more of a herbal kind of flavor, and like medicinal, but like deep, right? That earthy kind of tone, but like tree-like. That's so interesting. Oh yeah, there it is. Tobalá. With of course a huge aroma and taste of Tobalá, but like that's what Tobalá tastes like. It has that aroma, it has that smell, it has that flavor to it, of everything I just described, compared to something like an espadín, right? Compared to something like a tepeztate, compared to a tequila. You are going to get different flavors because the plant itself has such a unique characteristic to it. And if you did, you put tequila next to a tequila next to a tequila, especially traditionally well made ones, they're going to be those agave bombs, right? That blue agave flavor. If you know it, it should be consistent for the most part because it's the flavor of the the maguey, the plant, right? It's kind of like if you had a steak and a chicken next to each other, the steak tastes like steak, chicken tastes like chicken. It's the same thing with these agaves. Espadín tastes like espadín. Blue Weber tastes like Blue Weber. Tobalá tastes like Tobalá. And that's what this Tobalá tastes like. So if you had a few Tobalás set up, they're going to taste very similar, right? But of course, there's going to be some differences because of the production methods. So super cool. Pluma Negra Tobalá. This is excellent. I love it. Cheers. Salud. Ooh, a little salty too. I'm getting a little brine in there. Now that my mouth is used to it, definitely kind of like a briny sea salt kind of taste. Um, but yeah, real. Oh, I like that. No ethanol whatsoever. Even kind of like there is hints of smoke in there, kind of chalky, like a chalk barbecue. Man, there's so much in here. I love it. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Shout out Toala, 8 to 12 years to grow those magueys, those wild, wild agaves. And we're going to end it next week then with this Tepeztate. 25 to 35 years to grow those wild magueys. And that is exciting. So if you haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk, all right? If you also have not done so already, go check out the review for the silver espadín, the silver label, and the black label espadines for sure. Excellent, excellent choices. And don't forget, after, this week, the Toala, next week, the Tepeztate, week number 5, we end with that 48% Sotol. Super excited for this. And yeah, that's it. Hey, appreciate you being here. And again, take care, everybody.